Hi, this begins Module 2. So the first section, 2.1, is on simplifying expressions and combining like terms, vocabulary. So the first thing that we want to do is know that this is an introduction to our algebra concepts. And algebraic expressions are similar to numerical expressions, with the one exception that they have variables or letters combined in them with numbers and grouping symbols such as add, subtract, multiply, divide, parentheses, square roots, any of those symbols that say, hey, whatever's under here, do this first. Algebraic expressions are simplified, meaning that we want to make them as small and easiest to deal with as possible. And we do that by doing, obviously, our order of operations, which you're going to be getting into in this module. But before we can start, let's go over a little bit of vocabulary. So first, what is a term? Because we use the word term a lot in algebra. And a term is a number, it's a variable, it's a product of numbers and variables such as the letter A, the number 7, 7a, 7ab, a divided by 7, all of those things are terms. Each one is a term on its own. So A is a term, 7 is a term, 7a is a term, etc. The next number that we want, or the next vocabulary that we want to deal with is constant. What is a constant? A constant, if you think about that word in the English language, constant means never changing. What is the only thing that never changes in math? Numbers that are numbers. So the number 7, -2, 5, 8, 1/3, 0.6. None of those values change unless you put a variable behind it. Once you put a variable behind a number, it is no longer a constant. It becomes the last term that we're going to talk about today, which is a coefficient. A coefficient is a number that's written next to a letter, such as 2a. The number 2 is the coefficient for 2a. So below I have a few examples, like 7a. 7a, the coefficient would be just the number 7. A is a variable, not a coefficient, so we can't include it when I identify what a coefficient is. The next one is -5a. So the -5 becomes the coefficient. The last one is a divided by 3. Now, although it looks weird, a divided by 3, the coefficient is 1/3. So if I wanted to write 1/3 a, that's the same thing as a divided by 3. So that's all for the vocabulary that we're going to do right now. We'll be coming back later with some more vocabulary. Now on to the next module.